What's going on, guys? Let's take a look at SAVA. Insane move today, down $33.82, 32% on the day. Guys, quick FYI. I know some of you guys believe in these stocks. I know some of you guys are in here at the top. Concerning, yes. However, it's not the end of the world. Can it come back? Of course, anything can come back. Maybe you have to hold it a little bit longer now. But anytime you see a stock with this much momentum, this much volatility, this much, push to the upside, you have to be very cautious. Now, if you're a long-term investor, you believe in the company, you believe in the fundamentals, you believe in the long-term outlook on this, nothing to worry about, right? Of course, obviously a drawdown of 32% is something to be concerned about. However, if you have intentions of holding this for 1, 2, 5 years, 10 years, potentially, longer than that, then, let the stock do its thing, let the company do its thing, and then wait it out. However, I know a lot of you guys that are trading this stock are in it for the short term, whether that be a short-term swing trade, whether that be a scalp, whether that be a day trade, and you're getting in here, and you're getting in here, and you're getting in here with no real idea of where you're taking profits, no real idea of where your absolute stop loss would be. The minute you start to see this excessive green, red bar coming down here, and then we break through all major levels of support, and then we have this gap down and then another drawdown like we had today, you have to be setting some sort of risk management. You have to be, depending on where your entry is. If we break down below the 5, is that where I want to get out? Do I want to let this have a little bit more room to work? Maybe the 20-day moving average. If we break down below the 20-day moving average, a little bit of, give it a little bit of wiggle room in there, see if we get a bounce or not. When we get this gap down here, you have to be looking at the 50-day moving average here. That is the, for me, one of the most important sentiments on the daily time frame. Anything below the 50-day moving average becomes extremely bearish. However, now when we're looking at the chart from a macro point of view, I got the chart pulled up all the way here, going all the way back to February, from February to realistically about June when we started this big run up here. You can see we're going to have a huge area of support down here. So where would that price be? Let's talk about where potentially we can buy this on a dip, where potentially you can find some support if you're currently holding. We're going to be looking for a price target of 63 into the $50 range. You're not going to want to buy the stock to try to play this bounce until we find some bit of support, until we get a bounce off of the support. So could we be looking into a support range of $62, or are we coming down here to the linear regression? Are we coming down here to the linear regression and which one is this here? Let's see what support, the 150 as well as the 200. So the 200 moving day average is going to be 41. I don't think that it's going to come all the way down here. However, that would be the bottom of this range from this long period of consolidation going back from February through realistically May. So I would be looking for a price target right around that $50 to $54 range if we continue to see a little bit of downward pressure. If we open up and this stock does want to give a little bit of a dead count bounce on Monday or Tuesday, I would look to try to bounce this stock at around $60 to $63, potentially try to play it back up to, in the $70, $80 range, see what we do if we get a retest of the 50-day moving average. If we get rejected here at the 50-day moving average, you can expect more selling pressure, and those prices that you want to be looking out for is going to be $63, $54, obviously $51. But guys, just stay cautious, have a trading plan before you get into a trade. If you had intentions of swinging this maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, and we get this, this kind of price action here on July 29th, you have to be thinking about, areas of where you're going to risk out of this stop. Is it going to be the 5-day? Is it going to be the 10-day? Is it going to be this previous top here that we broke out from going back to July 12th, 13th? If we were to lose this area here, you can obviously see just by the price action on the chart that we would be coming down into the 70s, coming off of a high of 146, guys. That is a huge drawdown. So if you are stuck in this trade, You want to see if we can get a bounce down here in the 60s. If we can't find any support and we can continue to have more downward pressure, you know, look for the 55s and $50 area potentially for a bounce. I would definitely not be averaging down because we don't know where this is going to stop yet. Until we get that hard bounce, I would not average down. So the last thing you want to do is go into Monday session saying that you're going to average down in the $69, $65 area, later to be accompanied and followed by a further drop down into the 50s. So definitely want to let it base out. You want to see where we find that support. You want to see it bounce off that level of support at least a few days before it starts to make that push back up. Potentially is where you can average down into and or start a trade on this for a potential bounce back up if you are not currently holding. However, guys, that is my technical analysis on SAVA. I do have a Discord. That link will be down in the description below. Also, I do have a website kind of showing you guys my trading strategy. That is also going to be in the description down below. Also, guys, if you did stay all the way to the end of this video, please do me a humongous favor and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment. Let me know if you're currently in this trade or looking to bounce it. But I would really appreciate thumbs up on this video as it helps the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you guys all on the next video.